Hey everybody, Dustin Dale's back here at the Funny Bone Comedy Club, 168th and Dodge, Village Point Mall, right next to the theater. Make sure you come check it out, because this weekend we've got a guy, he's got a big name in comedy, especially on the East Coast. He's been all over television, all over Comedy Central, all over the place. And we got him for the first time right here in Omaha. His name is Big Jay Oakerson. How you doing, Big Jay?
How are you, my friends? Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, man. It's your first time here in Omaha. What have you heard about Omaha?
Corn, that college team, Larry the Cable Guy lives somewhere near here.
Those are the those are the only three things about Nebraska you need to know.
Yeah.
That is a fact.
Every year it's a fight to see which one of those gets in the license plate. Welcome to Omaha.
Exactly. Now, you mentioned football. I see you got an Eagles jersey. Are you excited for the new season?
Well, we'll see. I'm always excited for the season, but we'll see what happens. I try to keep low expectations, but they always come out high, and then I'm always hurt at some point.
Yeah.
It's like dating a girl that's too hot for you. You know she's going to see other people.
I can want to say I've been there, but I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, you know, I'm a Packers fan myself. My brother's a Cowboys fan, so I've gotten close to the Eagles just through the Cowboys. So I know a little bit about them. They're kind of ups and downs. What do you think? This year, more up or more down?
Let's hope more up. Why is your brother a Cowboys fan? See, you live out here. You have to just pick a place.
You got there's like 6 teams in the area to choose from, and that's unfortunately one of them.
Dallas is one of them?
Yeah, there's the Dallas, just because they're fairly close. They're within a day drive, and then there's like the Packers, the Bears, the Vikings, Broncos, or Chiefs. Basically.
How far of a drive is Dallas from here?
I think it's 10 or 11 hours, so it's not too bad. I mean, you can make a day of it.
It's pretty bad.
it's a long way for me to go to a Cowboys game.
You got to crash for the night, either the night before or the night of.
Yeah.
Actually, it's got to be the night before. You can't do a 10-hour drive and then go to a game.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't call that close enough. Your brother's an idiot.
I will let him know that. I will let him know that for sure. And I've also said, like I said, you've been on all over the TV. You've been on Louis C.K. show. You've been on Amy Schumer's show. Are those some of your old friends growing up?
Not growing up, no. Louis's been amazing to me for a person who was. When I came into comedy, he was already kind of like, doing his thing. He wasn't really in the mix of like the club scene with any kind of regularity. And he still, like, from the times he did come back, like, took care of me. I never auditioned for any of that. He kind of took care of me, just gave me those spots. Amy, I did know. I knew her when she was an open mic, and I was kind of, like, past that. And then she had that crazy swing in her career that was amazing for her. And she's been really, like, she's been great to me with her show. And when I started comedy, I always tell people with Kevin Hart, who it's like, you may have heard of him.
Yeah, you heard of Kevin.
But it's you build some great friendships over the time. I mean, as far as like mentoring, like the people who have done that for me the most was Patrice O'Neill, the late Patrice O'Neill, and Dave Attell. Still to this day, like, is like my comedy dad, where he like lets me know like what I should be doing or not be doing. He's always a great like wealth of advice.
Yeah, I remember when growing up, before I really kind of understood the comedy world, Insomnia was the big show that I knew growing up, because I was like, oh, that's a comedian show.
Yeah.
Or Insomniac with Dave Attell.
Yeah. When I got into comedy, that was still happening, that show, and I had the amazing opportunity he let me go and do the East Coast leg of the Insomniac tour, where he just did a bunch of theaters in a tour bus, that was just amazing. What an amazing experience that was. Yeah, but that show was so great, and then one day he just stopped doing it. Didn't even get canceled. He just didn't want to do it anymore.
He's just done. Now, those shows, some of those require a little bit of acting. Would you consider yourself an actor at all?
No.
No? So you just kind of lucked out on your roles there.
Yeah, I mean, look, I hope I can at least pull it off with some semblance of like, decency to like to play a role. But I'm getting more and more stuff lately. It was never my passion to be an actor at all. I wanted to do comedy, but like, it all feeds to each other, It's like the more acting you do, the more people show up to the comedy shows, and I like being in stuff. I just don't like the process of acting. It's like a lot of like get there. I did a scene in a movie last week, 2 weeks ago, and they asked me to be there 4 in the afternoon. Didn't do anything till like 8:30 at night, and didn't get to leave until 2:30 in the morning. I have one sentence in the movie. One sentence. That's crazy.
What's the movie called that we can look forward to?
Isn't It Romantic? It's a new movie with Adam Devine and Rebel Wilson.
Oh, okay. I think I've heard about that one.
It's a rom-com.
Yeah.
It's in production still, so.
Yeah, those two are, I imagine, quite the pair on set.
I didn't see them on set. I met them both. and I hung out with Adam Devine a bit in comedy, but like, the scene was just with Rebel Wilson, which was cool.
Yeah, Adam Devine, he's actually from Omaha. He grew up here, went to school only a couple miles away.
Did he really?
He's actually kind of a known name around this town.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't know that at all. I know he was a door guy at the Improv out in L.A., and then that Workaholics thing just struck it big. Great dude.
Yeah.
Really funny guy and a really good guy. So it's cool to be in this movie. I would never normally go see a rom-com, but
if you're in it.
Yeah. But now that I'm in it, I got to take my grandmother.
Now, you've done those shows and you did the movie, but you also got your own show. And it's not quite an acting show. It's more or less just a straight comedy show with the crowd.
Yeah. The What's Your Effing Deal is on CISO until that is done, I guess. I know this is an NBC affiliate, but I don't know if that's CISO. I think it's a wrap on CISO. But we did 2 seasons. Now, they were great to me, CISO, and it was 2 seasons of just kind of my pet project where I talk to the crowd a lot in comedy. It's sort of my thing. And to be able to get some of the best and my favorite comics, major headliners from all over the country to come in and do it, it's such an amazing thing where no material, stripped away of all material, and you're just interacting with the crowd. And another comic is in the audience with a microphone to kind of like play off of whoever's on stage. It's great. It was tons of fun.
Yeah, it's not scripted at all. It's completely riffing off the crowd. Absolutely. Do you feel like that's where you're more comfortable, or do you like writing your own jokes before a show?
That is how I write jokes. By talking to the crowd, I kind of like have genuine conversations, and I'm like, oh, I should say that again. I should kind of keep that and hone it, and that's how it kind of works. I'm not very good at like sitting in a room and being like, time to write some comedy. I'll just write the hackiest nonsense that you've heard before. You know, it's like, I don't know if pressured, my mind works much different than like, you ever been on an airplane and what's with the, you know, the recline? Is that really reclining? Is that the difference between living and dying?
Not the Jerry Seinfeld style.
Exactly. So it's like I end up writing like, you know, something like, or over the top dirty, which I am anyway. I find that if I just kind of have conversations, I get more genuine like ideas and my thoughts, and it kind of comes together a little bit better, weirdly enough.
Now, you've also got 2 podcasts. Is that kind of how those podcasts work?
Yeah, I have 2 podcasts and a radio show.
Oh, radio show, that's right.
Yeah, I have the Bonfire I do with Dan Soder on Sirius XM 95, Comedy Central Radio. And we're 4 days a week on that, 3 live, 1 pre-recorded. And that is, yeah, I mean, our show prep is going in or meeting up an hour before the show and just, you know, talking and trying to, like, have a conversation about whatever's going on. It's not, you know, we're not very topical. It's more like, oh my God, I just saw like I think I saw a Filipino gang on the way up here. I wonder they weren't that scary. What's the scariest race to be in a street gang? You know, like when you see a street gang, what's the scariest race or street gang? And then that's the show. Like we just talk about that and let people call in and say what they think. And as far as Legion of Skanks goes, there's 3 of us on that. So we come in, everyone's got their own kind of like lives going on. We're best buddies, but we don't get to see each other a lot because we're all busy. 2 of us fathers. And we kind of like get to meet up on Wednesday nights and like, you know, come in with everything that's happened that week. And then whatever, like, you know, heinous or horrible stories are happening in the news. And then the SDR show is just pure debauchery. It's just we interview porn stars and just things that I'll always be ashamed of happen on that show.
Yeah, you mentioned that. I'm kind of curious. I got to get your thoughts before I let you go. You got a teenage daughter. With your style of comedy, how's that parenting style work for you?
She's seen it. I mean, she's seen it at this point. I don't know. It's like she tried comedy once.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she did pretty good. I was proud of her. Very, very proud of her for being 14 and even trying it. I was impressed by that. But I mean, you know, it's a lot of like, it's finding that weird balance. You know, I don't want to shelter her. Mm-hmm. I don't want to overexpose her either. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's like, so there's somewhere in the middle where it's like, I almost want her to know, like, how I am, and almost that I can, like, that for that reason I'll have an eye on her. Like, I could tell if you're doing something weird. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I think maybe that shows her that. I think seeing my world like that and getting, even when she comes around to the comedy clubs with me, I think she feels like that sense of, like, I probably couldn't pull one over on this guy. She'll try, though. She's 5'11", so I could fight her like an adult.
Now that's how you parent right there. I like it.
Peaceful parent.
His name is Big Jay Oakerson. He's in town all weekend long. Make sure you come check him out through Saturday night. And don't forget to check out the radio show on SiriusXM, the 2 podcasts. You can head to CISO.com. I think they got like a 7-day free trial. You can check out both seasons. 7 days left. It's running low. It's running low on time. So make sure you go check it out. And make sure you come out to the Funny Bone Comedy Club this weekend. Check him out. His name's Big Jay Oakerson. Thank you, Big Jay.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Good luck, Eagles.
Yes, let's go. Go Birds.